Here's the situation that we find ourselves in with this game. Um, Yesterday we beat pretty much most of it, but it turns out, for those who weren't here, it turns out that to unlock the last difficulty, Redshift, you have to win the Master Tournament with every character, all 16 of them. Um, and so I did it. I did it with one character, and it took a little under 2 hours. And so the idea of doing that 15 more times, the exact same game 15 more times, sounds kind of unappealing. So the good news is that you can just cheat to unlock it. So there, it's unlocked now on this other profile. But I think, I didn't do this yesterday, but I think I'm gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it today. That I don't have, yeah, I would have to grind for the upgrades every time. But on this profile, I don't have any of the upgrades, whereas I was basically max upgraded by the end of Master on Tapioca. So all this is to say, what I'm getting at is I'm going to cheat even more. I am going to enter another cheat code to upgrade myself back to where I was on the other profile so that we can do this. So this is an incredibly fraudulent playthrough of Quantum Redshift, but the alternative is replaying the whole game 15 more times, which I don't want to do. So I'm gonna do this. The cheat code for all upgrades is questionably this, apparently. Yeah. Fully upgrade the character. Alright. So now we're back to where we were, but with Redshift unlocked. Feels kind of bad, but I don't know. It is what it is. You can complain. You can complain at me on the internet about it, and I will read your complaints. But this is what we're gonna do.
You think you're so much better than everyone else, Jordan, but you're going down.
Jealousy won't help you win. Besides, I can't help it if I'm twice as good as you.
You talk too much. I'm gonna shut you up for good.
I think this is the first time I've entered a cheat code like that. Oh, are we just starting with the Nemesis challenge? Okay. I think this is the first time I've entered a code like that for beating a game since X2 Wolverine's Revenge. Did Troublemaker pan out? It's okay. The story is very, very slow to get started, which is my main complaint, but aside from that, it's not bad. It's, you know, there's a real lack of polish, but I don't know, that's kind of what I expected, so that's fine. Man, in Redshift, you are way too fast to have any kind of control over the ship. Oh my god. No, I have not played the original. Don't like the look compared to the original. Was the original, like, very different? Yeah, my nemesis here is completely gone. I think we're gonna have to restart this. Redshift mode might be really hard. Nemesis mode might be really hard just because actually controlling the game becomes like impossible. Oh, nope, didn't make it up there. I think I just want to make it up there. How is she up there already? Damn. Really annoying reset. I kind of disagree. That should not have reset me. Oh, am I dead? I'm not dead. Alright, I got her. Man. Okay. Redshift difficulty is actually just wild. That is so fast. And yeah, we're max upgraded. The skull just means that you've got, like, max everything. It seems like once you've got max everything, pressing any of the attack buttons will cause you to just, like, dump every power up at once, which is honestly not good. I don't like that. Reviews on small games are hard to trust, same with small movies, because the only people who write reviews are, like, already biased super fans. Yeah, I was wondering that about, like, who's buying and reviewing this game. Like, the Steam reviews are positive, but I was wondering, like, who is buying and reviewing this game within the first 2 days. It's gonna be probably mostly people who are predisposed to liking it. A lot of the reviews were in Indonesian. I'm not sure if the language has a name, but a lot of the reviews were not in English. This is 9 races we have to win as well, so it's going to be like 1 on every track. On this insane, completely uncontrollable difficulty. Ugh. So I don't think I'm going to beat this game today. I think it's going to be really slow progress. Because it's just going to be really hard. Oh, someone's already dead. Yeah, I think that everyone's gonna be like max upgraded and people are just gonna actually die really fast. Maybe even the computers. Oh no. Gotta get a little closer, and then I can go for the kill. Alright. Look at that, dude. That was 2 kills. Alright. First and second, nowhere to be found, unfortunately. They're up there. I think the objective just changed from winning the race to being the only person left standing at the end of the race. That's how we're gonna get our wins. Alright, that's another kill. It's just me in first place now. They're up there somewhere. Oh no, I like missed the turn and ended up backwards. I don't know that we're gonna be able to catch first is the problem. No. Yeah, it was gonna take like at least 20 hours to unlock this normally, of just replaying the game with every character. And I didn't want to do that, so I had to cheat for it. But then the problem is, to use cheats, you have to name your profile something specific, which I did not do at the start. So I had to make a new profile to enter the cheat to unlock Redshift. And then, because I had to make a new profile, I no longer had all of the upgrades. So I also had to cheat to get all my upgrades back. So that's what I did. Yeah, we're not catching first. She's gone. She's completely gone. I don't even really know if there will be like an ending once I finish Redshift mode. I don't know if there's an ending to this game, or if it's just like I could have just stopped at Master. But gotta find out. Maybe the ending cutscene also requires 16 Redshift wins. I hope not. And it's real easy for the developers of a game to just do that sort of thing, you know? Like, you don't have to make any extra game. It's just like, you just need a few lines of code, and you can extend the length of your game by 500x by making it required that you beat it with every character. That's kind of why I'm inclined to, like, not respect requirements like that. Like, it's not like they made extra content, they just made their game, and then we're like, hang on, I have an idea. With this one line of code, we can make the gamer spend 30 hours doing this over and over again. I want to try shortcutting that, like that. Yeah, we have to build up the... I definitely have to build up the super, otherwise look how little damage I did. It's not good enough to not have a super. Attacking with non-supers, rather. What's even hitting me? I'm in last. How? It's like 300 or something like that. There's a lot of endings. I mean, it's the same ending, but depending on your path, you'll get a different path name. And they named something like 200 or 300 paths. It's pretty crazy. Okay, you can't just climb the mountain to get over that. You do actually have to take that turn. No, man, it's so punishing to fall off the track. It really is just like over now. If you fall off even once, they set you so far back. Oh, that was the last lap. Whoops. Maybe getting that star should be my goal. I should just reset until I get the star at the start. But I have some power-ups to work with. Okay, 3 red actually sucks. You really, it's special or nothing. It's special or nothing, I think. The bounce. Man, I have no idea how this is possible. Gonna have to get very good or very lucky. Probably both. That was me? Uh-oh. Wait. Who was I hitting then? Did I just hit nobody? Yeah, that is a thing. Home field advantage is factually a thing, and it is her track. Did not kill anybody. Somehow only one death this entire time. I guess that first race where everyone died was like rare. I guess that wasn't actually normal. It's not actually normal for 4 out of the 6 competitors to be dead by the end of the race. That did some damage. Oh no, that ate my speed, so I couldn't make the jump. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Very cool. Well, we're never going to be able to catch them for the remaining 2 laps. They're both at kind of low HP, though. If only I didn't just fall twice there, we would have had a shot, I think. Got the super charged up and everything. I just have to get close. And then I'd be able to kill both of them. Alright, that's 1. But first place is just straight up gone. Oh my god, what a skip. What a skip. Beautiful. Wait, there's first place. Okay, hang on. Let me just try to keep it close until I can build up super. I'm missing 1 blue. Oh, I am not actually missing anything. It didn't kill, but I win anyway. Awesome. Yeah, that last lap was super clean, actually. That last lap was really good. Some super good boosts. It just didn't kill. If you were looking at the health, it just didn't kill. It wasn't enough damage, which is crazy. But that wasn't enough damage. But maybe some of it missed or something. To be honest, there's so much stuff happening on screen, and I'm moving so fast that I'm kind of just like holding on to the controller for dear life and not really like able to tell what's happening in that kind of situation when you fire the super. There's just so much shit on screen at that time that it's kind of just like, oh, did it revive her? Did it actually? I did see briefly in the bottom left corner that her health was going down, but I couldn't look for long enough to know if she was dead. I could just tell then that she wasn't dead. I think it's going to be hard to find... Does this game have good reviews? I actually don't think this game is bad, so I'm not super surprised by that. But I would more guess just that there were no reviews. Because, like, who else has played Quantum Redshift? I guess in 2002, people probably played it. But this is, like, a very unknown game, I feel like. We're in PlayerUnknown's racing grounds. Oh, there's a turn there. Okay. Not a ton of pickups on this map. I would guess that all the reviews would be contemporary because nobody's playing this after 2002. It's not bad though. Oh god, it's so easy to get stuck on things. It's not bad. Like this speed is crazy. This is definitely, I feel like, aside from F-Zero GX, just like one of the faster racing games I've probably ever played on Redshift difficulty. It's fast enough that controlling it feels basically hopeless, but it's fun. I don't know how I'm gonna win this without murder. I feel like killing is a big part of the equation, and there's just not enough power-ups in this level to do a bunch of killing. Ah, I just win. Okay, that's good. That's good, I just win, actually. Easy track.
Your overconfidence is going to get
There's
you
weird
into trouble.
options. I did see there's an Easter eggs menu separate from the cheats menu, which is interesting. Let's see, is there a unlock? Okay, yeah, there's a cheat code for unlocking all the Easter eggs. I'll have to check that out. It's got an option called extreme focal length. That's just gonna be like an insane fisheye lens or something, I think. That extreme focal length. It's gonna be like FOV 270. I'm kind of surprised this game doesn't have like a crazy FOV effect when you boost. I feel like when you use turbo, everything should be like stretching around you. It should just like crank up the FOV smoothly a little bit. I think that'd look really good. This game is already incomprehensible enough that it can't really make things worse. Not a fan of the Xbox era canyon. Yeah, a lot of canyons. It was a canyon-heavy era for games. This like reddish rock texture. They were just passing it around between devs. Everyone got to put some reddish rock walls in their game in this time. I don't mind it. I don't mind it personally. Yeah, get me in there. Massive shortcut. Wait, what just happened there? How is my shield low when I have a shield up? What? I'm honestly not really sure what just happened. I feel like I got reset. I think I got reset for like no reason. Oh no. This is lap 4. Okay. I'm really thankful that there's no contact damage with the walls in this game. Could not handle that. Oh, I'm dead. Game sounds like it's running at 98% speed in an emulator. What, is like the sound choppy or something? It's really easy to make it in there. You just gotta really point the ship upwards. Not hard. Oh, I'm bonking. Yeah. Big bonk. That shortcut is massive. None of them take it, and it puts you from last to first. That shortcut is really good. As long as I don't die and stay relatively close to the pack, it should be a win just because of the shortcut. Honestly, I think I'm not going to take the shortcut until lap 5 so that I can stay in like a safe 6th place. And then at the end, we'll just jump over everybody. Wait, hang on, I didn't get to read that as closely as I wanted to. This game's definitely closer to Wipeout control than it is to, like, F-Zero control, though, I would say. Having played too many hours of both games. And that makes sense, because former Psygnosis devs, right? Alright, cool. No, I did not finish Metal Slug. I just played Troublemaker 2 today instead of Metal Slug. Metal Slug will be back tomorrow. Metal Slug will return. I beat Stage 3. That's where we're at with that. How was Troublemaker 2? Very slow to get started. I think the writing is kind of whack, and I think that the plot was just not happening. The translation was messed up, but that just kind of, like, that's just kind of is what it is. The game had a real fixation on, like, poop jokes, people smelling bad jokes, and, like, writing that I could only describe as, like, ooh type writing. Like, there's a lot of internet memes just in the writing, and, like, you know, like asterisks to denote actions and things like that, where it just feels like it was written by someone on a Tumblr blog in the year 2011. The characters yap a lot about nothing important. And I kind of just wish that the plot would happen. But aside from that stuff, you know, it was kind of cool that they had like a proper open world city going on. 40 sub-stories is way more than I was expecting to see in that game as well. It has like 40 something-ish, which is like, damn, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot for like a real low-budget indie effort. There are definitely a number of mini-games that I did not get to. Like, there's fishing. I know there's fishing because they showed it in the Steam trailer. There were 2 locked mini-games on the smartphone screen. I saw some kind of, like, chicken wrangling thing in the Steam trailer as well. The combat is okay. They need to patch the blocking exploit. I think if they patch the blocking exploit, then the combat is good enough, actually. But as it stands, you can just hold down the circle button while you're playing the game to become completely invincible. Like, it's the block button, but you don't actually have to block, you just have to be holding the button. So you can just be, like, attacking while holding the block button, and then you don't take any damage, and you're fine, and it's just weird. Kind of completely trivializes the whole combat. So that's kind of unfortunate, too. They need to patch that. But yeah, it was definitely, overall sort of impressive in scope for an indie game that seemed like they probably had a real shoestring budget. Like, that they also had voice acting. Everything was fully voice acted. Well, not fully, but like a lot of voice acting in the cutscenes. Yeah, I think they had 2 original karaoke songs in there. Was there a sequel hook at the end of the first game? I could have watched a recap of the first game. They had a recap video that I could have watched, but I didn't want to because I just wanted to get into the game. And I don't think the plot was incomprehensible. There just wasn't really much of a plot. Like, I understand the setup. We've got gangs in Jakarta. They have beef with our main characters from the past, probably from the first game. I'll probably play the rest of it, but I won't stream the rest of it, because it's not that exciting. Unlike this, which is very exciting, watching me reset this racing game over and over. so much more exciting than that. Oh man, I was doing pretty good there, and then I just took a lot of attacks, and now I'm back down in 4th. Yeah, this track doesn't have that many power-ups, so it's, again, gonna be hard for me to get kills, but also, it's super short, so I don't know how I'm gonna get ahead. Also, because of the rain, I, like, really truly cannot see shit on this track. I'm driving by instinct, because it's all that I've got. Oh no. Oh, I'm like holding left and she won't turn. Yeah, hate when that happens. If you're nose first into a wall like that, it's very hard to get off the wall. I'm just dead, yeah. The humor in the first was a bunch of referential humor. The humor in the second so far was mostly poop jokes, I would say. Whole lot of poop. I don't know, maybe it's the kind of thing where, like, you know how, like, in Japan, like, there's tons of wordplay? Like, they're really into puns in Japan. So Japanese stuff that's trying to be funny is always full of weird wordplay things. I wonder if that's like an Indonesia thing, or the humor there is just different, and when it's translated into English, we're just like, what is this shit? Why is it just a bunch of poop jokes? Why is "you smell bad" the punchline to like 80% of the jokes? Maybe it's just like that. You smell bad, and also, I dyed my hair white, that means I'm an old man. Those are the two jokes. Yeah, he's playable in the second game too. He's there. He shows up in the sequel. I feel like the game is mostly going to be focused on Jordan, though, probably, because he's in the band, and like the whole game is themed around that band. So missed that. Really didn't want to miss that one. Gonna have special built up here in a sec. Yep. Gonna try to get someone with this. I guess I sort of got someone. I guess I sort of got some people. How is Kiri not dead yet? Come on. Come on, Kiri. There we go. Not close to everyone else, though. Going into lap 5. Okay, they're up there. Oh, man. I truly cannot see anything in this race. I'm up here. I'm on the ceiling. Honestly, I'm just thankful they didn't reset me for that. No, that bonk right at the end, dude. I should have had it. Should have had it. That's bullshit. Really stupid bonk at the end. It's gonna come down to like that type of situation though. I just have to be close-ish and then hopefully successfully boost past them in the ending. There's a ton of power-ups on that like left side there. There's actually a lot right there. Didn't really hit too many people. That was kind of bad. How's this game? This game is pretty good, honestly. It's hard, and at this speed, there's a real like lack of control and visibility going on, where it's just like, holy hell, what is happening? I'm really just like, I don't know, it's definitely like tough, but the controls are decent. It looks decent. I think the soundtrack is a little underwhelming. This song is okay, but the soundtrack's a little underwhelming. But it's not a bad game. It's probably better than either Extreme G on the GameCube, to compare to something else I've streamed before. I think I like this more than the Extreme G games. This game would be better if I had to pick up blast letters. That's true. There's a lack of blasts. I'm stuck to the wall. Yeah, that just happens sometimes. You end up like the gravity just jams you into a wall and then you're just stuck on it. No idea what that sound effect was caused by. That was really loud. Alright, a lot of dead people. Sorry, that was me. I did see the RGG stuff. I'm really hoping it's true. Like, I didn't want to post this opinion anywhere because it's an opinion that one might consider a bad opinion. And you know me, I never like to post bad takes online. That's not a thing I tend to do. But to be honest with you, well, for those who haven't seen, Sega accidentally updated their website early with Yakuza Kiwami 3. Oh, that was the last lap. Shit, I should have been boosting. So it seems like, I think the direct is what, on the 24th or something? Or the RGG Summit. I think it's on the 24th. And I'm assuming the big announcement there is gonna be K3 plus maybe release date for Stranger Than Heaven? That's probably what it's gonna be. But, I've ended up stuck on the billboard over the road here. This is kind of interesting, actually. To be honest with you, I saw a bunch of people asking for... As usual, I saw a bunch of people asking for Kenzan. And to be honest, I would rather they remake 3 than Kenzan. That's my bad take. But I'm not really a big Kenzan fan. I think you would have to essentially just make a different game for me to like Kenzan. So I'm down for a 3 make. I think K3 will be fun. They'll probably make golf skippable, unfortunately. They're gonna make golf skippable, which is sad. Yeah, well, for plot reasons, it would be tough to release Kenzan, for sure, because of that, but to be honest with you, I just don't think Kenzan's gameplay is good. I think that its story has huge amounts of filler and running back and forth in it. I think you just have to make a different game. I passed them right as I fired the special, so the special ended up doing nothing. Whoops. Yeah, I don't want to be ahead on lap 3 out of 5, actually. Because now I'm going to be getting shot at a bunch, and they're probably all just going to pass me, because I'm not doing a very good job at racing anyway. If I don't die here, I'm just going to get passed. Man, Dead Souls. I do think that, I would take a Dead Souls Kiwami. Not like... I would take a Dead Souls remaster, not a remake. But if they want to do, like, a modern platforms re-release of Dead Souls where the performance sucks less, and they've made the shooting controls less weird, I think that that would do a lot to fix the problems with the game. Also fix the crashing. There's been a lot of discussion of Dead Souls crashes, again, recently in the Yakuza speedrun Discord. For those who don't know, Dead Souls speedrunners are plagued by crashes, and not just regular crashes, but we're talking crashes so bad that they corrupt the hard drive and make you format it. To the extent that Dead Souls speedrunners, more than one of them, have a second PS3 set aside just for Dead Souls. Because Dead Souls cannot be trusted on your main PS3 with the rest of your games. So a re-release that fixes whatever's going on there would be great. Yeah, your PS3 gets infected by the zombie virus, and then you have to like format the hard drive. It's bad. It's a bad situation. But yeah, Dead Souls is a third-person zombie shooter set in Kamurocho. So it sort of has, like, basically the way it works is there are open-world Kamurocho segments, but then as the game goes on, more and more of the city gets sectioned off and quarantined and taken over by zombies. And then a lot of the game is set in the quarantine zone where you run around shooting zombies and accomplishing story things. How did that do nothing? Wasn't there someone right in front of me? How did I do nothing with that super? Hello? I guess it got shielded. But yeah, Yakuza 3 Remake sounds good to me. Who knows if I'll run it, but I run regular Yakuza 3, so I don't know. I don't have, like, I don't really love Dragon Engine combat. I've complained about that for years. And I don't expect them to do anything to fix it. Five Kiwami? Never. I don't think they'll ever remake 5. One, because it is just a good enough game. It plays like a modern game, doesn't need a remake. But secondly, because nobody wants to try to remake all of the content in that game. Like, they could not make a game on that scale again, or they would not, you know? If it wasn't like the main numbered entries in the series. Like, they're not gonna put that amount of effort in for a remake of redoing all of that shit. And without all that stuff, you really aren't doing the original game justice. Like, it would just be a downgrade if it had less stuff in it. 3 is the one that sort of people don't like, so it makes sense that they're remaking it. Ever since the remasters came out, Yakuza 3 discourse has persisted on the internet, so I'm sure that they noticed at Sega, like, wait a minute, you go from 0 to K1 to K2, these, like, modern playing games, and suddenly we dump you into Yakuza 3, a 2008 PS3 game, and it just controls like shit, and it looks like shit, and it's full of filler. You know, I think a lot of people just straight up dropped the series at that point. So I can see the desire for them to remake it. I don't care. I love games that suck. But yeah, I kinda get it. Never lose faith in Sega's... I will never lose faith in Sega's ability to drop the ball. They are incredibly good at not making money. They are absolute professionals in boneheaded decision making. Did you see, they put out an ad for the most recent, like they're releasing that Sonic kart racing game, they did an ad parodying one of the old Genesis ads where they just directly talk shit about Mario Kart World. I appreciate that. That's pretty funny. There we go, got the win. The beta was really fun. I still feel like it's disappointing to me that it's not the full Sega crossover, you know? It's not All-Stars Racing Transformed. You know, what if Rio showed up? What if Knights showed up? What if the Viking from Yogg's cast showed up? What if Danica Patrick showed up? Yeah, ignore those. Ignore the weird picks, but ignore the weird picks, but we like a good Sega crossover. Was the Shogun from Total War in there? What really bugs me, the original, like the first Sonic All-Stars Racing, not Transformed, the first game had the Bonanza Bros in it as playable, which to me is just awesome. I love those guys. But they didn't bring them back for the sequel. They weren't in Transformed. I also think that it's a real, like, dropping the ball moment to not have, like, the living spaceship from Fantasy Zone as playable. Opa Opa, who's just like a spaceship with feet. I love that guy. Would love him to be in if we're like digging deep into old Sega stuff to put in our crossover racing game. Worried that Ichiban won't have any lines. Focused on Sonic because they're putting in paid non-Sega crossovers and free updates. Yeah, it's live service, right? It's live service in the post-Fortnite era, so it's gonna be like, you know, oh, look who's in. It's Jack Black. Just anything to get Jack Black in there. It's just him as himself playable, and he sings a little song about Sonic the Hedgehog while he drives the car. Oh, is Minecraft Steve and SpongeBob already in? Okay, yeah, this... Someone please kill me. Someone please kill me. That's just depressing that we can't celebrate the history of Sega, but we can put fucking SpongeBob in. Not even gonna put the little dwarf dude from Golden Axe who you beat up and he spits out power-ups. Can't even have him on a cart, but we can have SpongeBob. Not even the Kid Chameleon gets to be in the game. See, lap 4 and I'm in dead last. Alright, this is going horribly. This track is like really hard. This is gonna be a hard race. I had a lot of difficulty with this in the previous difficulty. Oh my god, no, I was gonna win! I was actually gonna win, probably! Third. That sucks. We were actually nowhere near the end of that. That was brutal. It's Paramount because of the Sonic movie? Oh, that makes sense. SpongeBob and Minecraft, because Minecraft movie? That actually makes less sense. They would have definitely had to talk to Microsoft for that. They could do... yeah. Oh, has Avatar and TMNT been announced? So it's just a bunch of Paramount stuff. I don't know what else Paramount's got in there. At this point, there's been so many like big media mergers. I don't know who. Paramount is also Viacom. Is also HBO, right? Because HBO Max. So they could put like... No, Paramount. Paramount is not HBO. HBO is Warner. HBO is Disney. So we couldn't put Walter White in, is I guess what I've been getting at this whole time. Because I feel like that... There's that like Breaking Bad Mario Kart video, and ever since then, it's just been on my mind. So I feel like this would be the optimal time to just slip Walter White into your kart racing game. Paramount is rumored to be buying Warner. I think you could put Star Trek in. I think you could put Star Trek characters in then, if it's Paramount. Which one does David Zaslav work for? He's Paramount, right? Which is also Discovery. So you could put the Mythbusters in. It's really soul destroying to me to see these crossovers in a way that I have a hard time articulating. Just this like visionless give us your money slop, where it's just like, it's not that the game has a creative direction, we'll just put anything in. And it's just like, And like there's putting anything in because we can, because we're having fun, see Conker's Bad Fur Day. And then there's putting anything in because we can, because give us your money, which is like modern crossover stuff that just makes me sad. Lap 5, so we gotta go nuclear. Ah, second. Versus the mountain from the Paramount logo. That would be very good, actually. I would like to see just like what is like the highest level of shitpost you could attain if you're gonna go down this route. I think that the mountain from the logo would be a good way to do it. Yeah, you can play exactly. Fighter's Mega Mix, where you can play as the tree from the AM2 logo and a car that stands up and punches you with its tires from Daytona. All that special, and nobody died. Ugh, yeah, if it's not the last lap, boosting at the end is rough, because you just end up slamming into the right side there. It just doesn't really work. Also, the person in front of me is just absorbing every power-up. I'm not getting any of it. First is gone. Okay, first is up there. I really wonder, from like a viewer's perspective, can you tell what's going on in this game? Is it a me problem? Uh-oh. Out of boost. Out of boost, no weapons. Damn. That was close. I can be pretty aggressive with shortcutting at the very end. Of course. Of course. Got to night level in under an hour with a huge map, earning loads of land points. Oh shit, so you're working on it, dude. That's cool. Maybe maybe the run, if it's to night rank in under an hour, I feel like it would be like a 3-hour run, maybe. something about ninjas. I'm on lap 5. Can't talk right now. Hold, please. Oh, we're in second. We're not even close to winning this. First place finished ages ago. Yeah, 312. That's brutal. That's tough. There's a place near me that does gymnastics, and the very first thing they list is ninja. What kind of setup are you using? Are you using with your stuff? The early game strat is definitely just massive land and bunch of cores. Just get all your cores early so that you can completely overwhelm their small slates with numbers. Pretty much just an empty tower at the back, investing land points in deep trenches and money in tellas. Yeah, I guess good tellas actually are good. Good tellas are good. That's my daily insight for you all. I was really saving that for first place, but then I got shot from behind, and now first place is just gone. So, you do what you gotta do. Oh, that's bad, yeah. Up 5. Really bad reset. It's just over now. Way too easy to get reset when you're at this speed, because every little bump, if you boost over it, just sends you flying. Yeah, I have to beat a 310 somehow. I'm pretty consistently getting like 316. Gotta do 6 seconds faster. Or just shoot the guy a bunch so that he goes slower. If I can get close enough to him to hit him with a special, the dude in first, that'd be really great. Oh, my shield is low. Surprised by that. Man, look how, like, it seems crazy that this guy would just be this level of gone. Okay, there he is. He's up there. It's been tough to catch first place in a lot of these races, but not like this, where they're just gone. That was only lap 4, unfortunately. Gotta do another lap with this. I don't know why I just pressed that. Just bad instinct. Oh man, he's gonna leave me behind now. Oh no, shot from behind. Please don't do that to me. Please don't do that to me right now. Okay, okay, we win. By 0.05. Holy shit. .307. Yeah, look at these people. They all got under 310. The rubber banding is real. 1,000 land speedrun is going to be very RNG based. So much of the matchmaking is randomized. The tutorial guy can differ in payout anywhere from 15 to 20k. Wow. That is weird. That was not my high score. Even though I won, it wasn't my high score. I have done better.
You overanalyze, Jordan. Sometimes you just have to let go and race. That's why I'm bound to beat you.
Oh no, it's this track. Oh no. Well, gamers. You can say goodbye to making any progress in quantum redshift. I was on this track for legitimately like an hour yesterday. Yeah, the non-homing missile attack is so worthless at this speed. It's incredible that I don't know how they thought that that would be of any value to me. Like, the land is not nearly flat enough, plus everything is way too goddamn fast. There's no way you're ever hitting anyone with that. The blue attack becomes basically just like another type of ammo you need to fill up special. And that's it. Oh, bounced extremely hard off the trees there. Can we go over the bridges? You can go over the bridge. It's not fast, but it is cool. Redshift speed is too fast for this entire game. Redshift speed is insanity. It is blatant cheating on the part of the computers that they're able to control this and not just slam into every wall. It is really cool that you get to go this fast, but also, holy, like, it's too fast. I think I have to keep close to first and then just be ready to smack him with a special if I ever build it up. Like so. It is pretty fun when, like, you're driving and it's, like, pretty clean. You're driving, like, pretty clean lines at, like, ultra high speed. When you're out in first like this and you're just zooming. Pretty fun. When your boosts are good, so you're not just bonking off of every single wall. Yeah, Power Drome is, that's a game. I haven't played it yet, but I know it exists. I know of Power Drome. I don't know anything about it. Not to be confused with Drome Racers. That's a different Drome. That was on GameCube, and we played that already. That was apparently some kind of, like, weird Lego spin-off, actually. But Power Drome is not anything to do with that. It's fun how you have to, like, pre-do your turns in this game so that when you land, you've just, like, already done your turn. And that's kind of how you have to do turns at high speed. It's like you're really... Like, the controls for this game are really more like aircraft controls than car controls because you have so much airtime. It really feels a ton more like... Almost... Like, that's almost kind of F-Zero-y. We actually won there. where it's like one part you've got your on the ground controls, but then you spend so much time in the air that it's almost like it's like one part car, one part airplane that you're controlling. It's like crazy. What race are we on right now? We've still not done 3 of them. Okay. Oh, we're only missing 2, actually. 7 out of 9 races completed. Man, maybe if I just kind of game out of my mind, I can finish this today. There's some question mark, final track. I kind of remember this track being not easy. Really easy to reset on. Not good. Oh my god. Oh, where even am I? Alright. On Redshift speed, it is super easy to just jump over all of that. That is so cool. What? How was that a reset? I was like riding on the wall and then they reset me. Come on. So lame. I was in first. I was gaming. Really bad place to get attacked because I started rolling back down the hill. I think this would have taken off on Xbox Live, maybe. Xbox Live like took a while to launch. I don't remember exactly when, but it didn't, like it wasn't in place on launch. Like the first Halo doesn't have online multiplayer, which is pretty crazy. It's the second one that added it. November 2002. That's right around the time this game came out. Maybe this game should have had Xbox Live support. Maybe they should have done it. I had to throw away my super to not get blasted there. And I think you could tell from how many explosions there were that I think there was a super being launched there. I had to not get hit by that. Or wait, that was my own super. I had a super. Never mind, I'm stupid. Oh my, like, it's so easy to just touch something and then end up at like a crazy angle like that where you're just sat there in midair. It sucks. There's definitely no coming back for this race. It's so easy to reset there because if you're moving with any speed at all, then you'll climb that wall. There's an invisible wall there that you climb, and then you hit the reset. Sucks. Restart. I'd have absolutely played the hell out of this if it was the only racing game, but Midnight Club was also out around that time. Look, some of us aren't fortunate enough to have good games. Some of us would be watching all their friends play Midnight Club while they have nothing but Quantum Redshift, and that would be me. Oh, we're going over the arch. That's cool. A massive jump. I've never played a Midnight Club game. There's 2 of them on Xbox that I'm gonna get to eventually. But Midnight Club lived and died before I ever owned a console that could play it, so... Not on the GameCube. I'm resetting, yeah. It's really hard to not get hit by resets on this course, because it's just like... The amount of airtime from everything is really wild. Okay, yeah, I totally could have reacted to that, sure. Sure. Oh no, I hate open world. Open world multiplayer would be impressive, actually. But open world racing... Ick. It fills me with a deep sense of ick. It's kind of funny to see, it was kind of funny to see Mario Kart World end up with, like, the same problems that every other open world racing game has. Where there's all kinds of boring connecting bits that you have to race on. Instead of actual well-designed courses. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. Well, I think in Mario Kart World's case, it's not only do you have to drive between races, which is like, okay, I guess, but the fact that they make you drive only the in-between parts when you play online is incredibly funny. Like, what if half the time you didn't even get to play a track and you just played the in-between connecting bit? That'll be fun, right? Really weird choice. I only came up here for the star, and then I missed it and got stuck on something. It's really risky to jump over those, because that's what happens. Oh, once again, went up there for the star, missed the star, bonked off of everything. No, oh no. How did I end up at that weird angle? One more lap. Hold down the boost button. Just hold it down. Okay. It actually wasn't that close. It actually wasn't that close. We were in there by 3 seconds. Yeah, the amount of resetting that happens if you go like 1 pixel off course, I think
I've been
is...
training for this since I was a child.
I think
No
that's
one
like,
ever
yeah, that's like the one bad
championship
thing.
in mine.
Wait, is this... Am I fighting myself now? Welcome to Solar City. Aren't I Jordan Reynolds? I'm the maniac. Yeah, it does kind of... You're not the first person, Spock, to point out that this kind of looks like Hydro Thunder. Especially when I'm on the water like that. It's kind of like, yo, damn the torpedoes. It's a little Hydro Thundery. I'll give it that. I think a lot of that comes down to the look of the ship, honestly. The way the ship is bouncing around and just sort of the design of it is sort of what gives me Hydro Thunder vibes. Guy who has played 100 different racing games and not just Hydro Thunder, it does give me Hydro Thunder vibes. Oh no, that's gonna cost me it. No, we're fine. Oh, that's gonna cost me it. Nope, we're fine. No, that's not the last lap. Okay, I really thought it was. I was so certain that was the last lap. I let go of the accelerator. I don't know why I thought that. I just really wanted it to be true. I was super aggro with my boosts because I thought I wouldn't need to use any more. Do I have a thing breakdown? In terms of genre, you mean? I do not. To be honest, I've just been too lazy to ever go through and manually enter like game metadata like that, like genre, developer, publisher, that sort of thing. It would be a lot of fun, I think, to have that data. You could do a lot of because I've played so many games, and at this point, if I tagged all the games, then I could you know, I could do things with the numbers like that. But it would just be such a data entry task that I haven't done it. It's like almost 1,000 games. I would have to enter info like that in. Synergistic insights, ew. That's something that PMC has just been manually doing throughout the entirety of PIP. He's just got a spreadsheet. Whenever he finishes a game, he adds it to developer and publisher rankings, genre rankings. So he's got all sorts of stuff that I don't have. To be honest with you, Thing kind of sucks. Other people's console challenges are all better than mine. But I have what they don't, and that's that I started first. So, my numbers are bigger. I have more finished games. But yeah, everyone else pretty much runs their console challenge way better than me. Dude, I bonk into that ledge literally every time. Yeah, I have my game polls. That's what makes the thing special. We poll all the games. Man, I was gonna win that first race, and now game is hard. How is that a reset? Come on. Come on now. That's a dumb reset. This track's got way too much stuff just sticking into it. It shouldn't be hard. I feel like this track shouldn't be that hard. And yet. Holy shit, wait, hang on a second. Okay, I I just got spammed with like 8 different notifications on my phone at once, but I think it's just stuff that I haven't noticed that's been there all day. Been too locked in to quantum redshift. But yeah, maybe someday I will actually do all the data entry, and then we'll be able to have like, okay, I start to turn it around, and then instantly 2 incredibly stupid resets. Like, come on. Come on. The second things start to look like they're going a little bit better. And I'm dead. I don't think I could do what PMC does with, because he has rankings, like internal rankings for every Capcom game he's ranked, and he maintains those rankings. I think that my own feelings about games are too like internally inconsistent to rank large numbers of things in like a specific order. I think that if I did enter in like all the genre stuff, we would just like would do averages. I would have averages for like, here's the average 2D platformer score, here's the average RPG score, but I couldn't do those rankings. My brain is too much of like a scrambled egg. To have consistent logic like that. Damn, this is only lap 3. Like a bunch of years ago, when I finished the first 100 GameCube games, I did rank all 100. I put them all in an order. And then when I finished 200, I went to go update my rankings to be the first 200. And it's just too, when you're ranking that many things, there's just way too much, like, because you like different things for different reasons. At least for me, I would totally end up with like, I think that game A is better than game B, and game B is better than game C, but also game C is better than game A, you know, like just completely logically inconsistent like loops like that. Or it's just like, well, I don't actually think this makes any sense. And we get the ledge bonk. No, we were right at the end. Blessed with this set of opponents. Hot Kiss, Love D. No, I don't I don't think I know Hot Kiss and Love D. Also, yeah, PMC's got like ratings for all of the baseball games, as if they don't all look exactly the same and play exactly the same. I don't do sports trash though. I was watching my own starting soon screen, and the review for GameCube game Pro Rally came up. The review for Pro Rally came up on the starting soon screen today, and my review for Pro Rally at the time was literally just C Rally Championship. And I really don't think that if corporate asked me to find the difference between those two games, I could do it. I don't think I could. Pro Rally and Rally Championship is just like, yup, we're in some really distinct video gaming territory here. Wow, that was a brutal reset. This is just over. Started doing dev rankings because of PMC. Yeah. I'd like to know my averages, like who is the best developer and who is the worst developer. The worst publisher is THQ, just so we're all on the same page. I don't know what the numbers actually say, but THQ. Those people published 20 Nickelodeon games on the GameCube. Not even counting the fact that they're also responsible for Summoner, I think. And a number of other things that were all probably bad. I managed to get into second, but then I couldn't see. And the reset. I couldn't see. And ledge bonk. And another reset. Wait, this is not a reset coming out here. Where am I? Oh my god, that's a massive shortcut. This track has a massive shortcut on it. Yeah, THQ. I think that when we say, like, damn, where did licensed games go? I think the answer is that when THQ died, they took half of all licensed gaming down with them. They were responsible for a whole lot of that. Anyway, there's a massive shortcut on this track, so I should hopefully be able to win, as long as I don't die. Oof, it's actually really hard to make that jump. That jump's actually not easy. Bonk on the... There's like a... What do you call that? Never mind, there's like a tower there. Sometimes I really do wonder if I have like ultra early onset dementia or something. I have a really hard time recalling words, I feel like, compared to normal people. I feel like normal people don't usually get caught up on trying to remember words. And I always do. I am kind of focused on playing a video game, so that doesn't help, but... Oh no! I had the shortcut and I got sniped out of it by the ice. We still win. We still win. But did you see that? I got sniped out of the shortcut. Brutal. Anyway, this should be the end of the game now. That was race number 9.
I've done it. No one can deny me anything now. I am finally world champion.
You've won the Redshift Champion Trophy. I unlocked Solar City 2, and you now have access to Kiri Foxton. Well, I think that was for other reasons. But there you go. That's the ending. That cutscene was the ending. It doesn't even roll credits. Here's our credits. Motion capture and characters connections. Curly Monsters, thanks. Mike and Barbara at the Genie. Noam Chomsky. Frozen Dinosaur Juice. An extra special thanks to our partners. Noam Chomsky and the special thanks for this game. The fuck? I'm going to Noam Chomsky's Moby Games page. Like, who made this? What is this game called? Quantum Redshift. Credits. Yeah, special thanks. Ah, he's not. He doesn't get a credit. He's not on Moby Games. They don't consider it a proper credit. But yeah, we gotta check the Easter eggs. The Easter eggs thing, I gotta look in there. Geopolitical? What? Terminologist? Huh? Is that like... They had to ask that guy, like, how you say 3, 2, 1, go in different languages? He got credited as geopolitical. Christian Squiddo Owens in there as well. I don't recognize any of these voice actors. Yeah, I didn't recognize any of them. Thanks for playing, Quantum Redshift. Man, I wish I had unlocked that guy, the dude who's just like an Egyptian pharaoh. I saw when it was scrolling by, one of the voice actor credits was for a character just named Pharaoh. That's probably him. Anyway, we gotta enter a cheat to unlock the Easter eggs, I think. I don't know how you're supposed to unlock the Easter eggs. Oh, complete expert mode with each of the Nemesis pilots. Oh, okay, yeah, that actually wouldn't take that long to unlock them, but I'm just gonna hit the code so we can find out what the Easter eggs are. It is shock, shock. Unlock the eggs. So here's what we've got. Ultra focal length, hyper blur, Atlantis mode, slide, always rain, weapons off, fruity fruit, and mirror tracks. Fruity fruit. Fucking hyper blur, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna turn all of this on. Fruity fruit. All on. That's the only way. Quick race, maybe. Redshift difficulty. This is gonna... Okay, Atlantis mode is just underwater effect, always enabled. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. Holy shit. Can't see a damn thing. And then you hit a wall and it all just snaps back into focus. Oh, the power-ups have been replaced by models of fruit. I just saw a strawberry. And there's like some kind of purple melon. I guess that's meant to be a blueberry, but it's very melon-esque. There's a lemon. I guess that's it. They replaced the blue, yellow, and red power-ups with blueberry, lemon, and strawberry. This is so unplayable. It's really funny. It's like, it's reminding me of, at GDQ, when we played Monster Truck Mayhem N64 multiplayer, and that game has a setting for pitch black mode. I finished Thousand Land the other day. I finished that like 2 days ago, I think. This is reminding me of pitch black mode, where it's just like, why would you turn this setting on? I can't see anything. Yeah, it's all good, Miss Friend. But I did finish Thousand Land. Once we sort of stumbled into the final setup, once the final setup was put together, really no one could stand in my way. I just sort of steamrolled the rest of the game. And then we played some Xbox Live matches, which was also fun. I got to play the Thousand Land multiplayer, something very few people have said in many years. Alright, I'm not finishing this race. This is insanity. This is insane, and I've already been streaming for 4.5 hours. We set it up. I played a round with SafeC, and then I played a round with Madman Epic, who is like a YouTuber who has made a video about Thousand Land that is probably the authoritative source on Thousand Land info out there. He's the Thousand Land guy, and he kicked my ass, of course. With an equally stupid looking setup, but his stupid cheese was better than my stupid cheese, so he got me. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up, I guess. I'm skipping that song. Yeah, that's better. Alright. So, that was game number 106, Quantum Redshift. Done in a little under 4 hours. No sewer level, and I should say right at the start of the review, cheated to unlock Redshift mode, or Redshift difficulty, because the normal unlock requirement is awful. So, how was that? Was it any good? That was surprisingly really good, actually. I think that the controls and the physics are a large part of what makes this game good, which sounds kind of stupid. Like, of course, it's a racing game, but this game does control very unique. It's sort of like floaty, but not floaty, and you can sort of turn tight, but not super tight. It really sort of feels like, you know what it feels like? It sort of feels like, what if the cars in GTA 4 could fly? Is sort of what it felt like. Like, everything sort of controls like a boat, where when you try to turn, like, your car will have like a bunch of momentum in the direction you were already driving in, but will just sort of turn itself in place to the direction, and then you'll sort of drift around turns. It was sort of like that. Like, the cars have an incredible sense of momentum to them, but also, what if you took the GTA 4 car physics and then you just strapped like rockets to the car so that it could just like boost over hills and just get like so much airtime that you might as well be flying an airplane at that point. And that was just a lot of fun. Redshift was very hard to control because it was so fast, but also still fun. Like, even though we were just ping-ponging off of every wall, sort of trying to control it and trying to fly in like a, really not even trying to drive, just trying to fly in like a somewhat clean way was a ton of fun as well. My main criticisms with this are, I think that the character designs are creepy and weird looking. I think that everyone looks like sex dolls. They're like weird and plastic, and their clothes are just like painted onto their naked bodies. So it's really, they're all really weird looking. I think that the upgrades were like compared to, you know, I'm gonna compare this to Wipeout, of course. Wipeout has a bunch of different power-ups that all have sort of specific uses or different qualities to them. This game was like, you got your homing missile, you got your non-homing machine gun, and you got your shield. And that's it. Those are the 3 power-ups. And that was a little bit like, you know, could be a little bit more exciting somehow. There's no risk reward as well to the boosting, something that Wipeout and F-Zero both do. This game doesn't do that, but I thought this is pretty good. It's between a 3 and a 4. I feel like I've been handing out too many positive reviews lately. I think I'm gonna give this a 3. And I'm not just saying that because I think I've been giving out too many positive reviews lately. I think it's gonna be a 3. I did think that it was fun when you're like flying and you're doing good, but also the constant bonking off the walls and like the fact that you basically can just get one shot even from max HP sort of led to a lot of like stupid BS deaths, and the unlock requirement. Like, I have to chop an entire star off for the unlock requirement for Redshift difficulty. That's genuinely really bad. But yeah, I think it's like a high 3, maybe mid to high 3.